He really is our guardian spirit. Peel back the skin. I see what you doing. I see what you doing. Nah. That was some innuendos. Like, if she's at her happiest and most joyful, will that be more of a pleasant smell for her? Because some monsters like the rotting stench. Ooh, as I'm saying it. Now, here's the thing. Is there a cheat code to this? Like, every so often, she tries to, like, cut us. We're like, ooh, I want to die. She's like, oh. Did you cheat the system? I'm telling you, This Monster Wants to Eat Me is going to turn out to be one of, like, the top 5 best anime to watch this year. And 3 people and a puppy are gonna know about its existence, I'm convinced. Now, obviously, that's a overreaction. There'll be a few thousand of us. But at the end of the day, it's still a damn shame. And I mean this completely. This is like one of the most tragically messed up things you can watch this year. And it's so wild to me that we are still in a day and age where unless you're constantly showing a character's head fly off or someone stabbed, people think it's not messed up. And I get it to a degree if it's really hard to read between the lines, like, as an example, if you go play Silent Hill F. Like, there's a lot of stuff you'll miss in terms of what things mean. But, you know, they shock you with a lot of visual stuff too, so everyone thinks it's messed up. But to really know how messed up, you gotta read between the lines. But you don't really have to do that here. At face value, a girl beating it over the head that, like, I want to die, my family all burned before me, should be enough to get people to say, wow, that's really sad. But what really gets me is the number of layers of visual symbolism that aren't that hard to piece together. But the deeper you go into each one, the more crazy it is. And I'm going to make a comparison that's going to seem weird at first, but trust the process. Old school Simpsons used to do jokes not as a point A, B, and C, meaning setup, mid-execution, full execution, which is kind of like what a lot of modern Simpsons does, which is why people think the humor has died down. Where old Simpsons would be like, here's a joke, start point, and here's the end. But it goes on a goddamn loop-de-loop of multi-part punchlines before the finale, making it extra funny. And that's kind of what happens with the symbolism here. It's not just, oh, the girl is like, oh, my family burned alive before me into the ocean. So whenever I see the ocean, I get terrified because, you know, they were swallowed up by it. No, this is a multi-layer thing where, okay, her eyes are lifeless because she has felt lifeless since her parents died. Cue fireworks being shown in her eyes. Normally very pretty, like, ooh, she got fireworks in her eyes. No, that's bad because the fireworks trigger her PTSD from the explosion of the plane, which then crashed into the water, swallowed it up. Insert the monster who wants to eat us, which smells like the water, which reminds her of the water, and it just keeps going and going and going like that. The levels and layers to the symbolism here, it makes it more and more f***ed up. And one of the biggest praises I can give the 3rd episode is the fact that they already, like, they removed any misunderstanding. So, most of us probably left episode 2 saying, oh shit, the friend's gonna see her on a little date with someone else and go and get drama filled. And that was there, but it was actually like the kind of dessert. The main course was the monster revealing why she wants. If you're gonna look at someone and say, I'm going to eat you, but you have to stay alive, you have to have a good explanation, and honestly, she does. So what I thought they were initially gonna build into, because when they start talking about how, like, a lot of monsters like the smell of decaying flesh. Someone who wants to die is closer to death, so therefore, you know, you'd get a worse and worse stench. I'm thinking, okay, this monster likes stanky bitches. We all got our preferences, I suppose. Some like them fishy. I don't know. Turns out, it's not about a certain age. It's not about a certain life point. It's simply, she wants to eat someone who wants to be alive. So basically someone who's full of life and joy. Someone like her who's like, when you are sinking to the bottom of the ocean and the grippers are trying to grab you, you don't fight back. That doesn't taste good. I need you to find the joy of life. And when you do, that's when I'll come for that sweet neck of yours. And it's really messed up, but she's a mermaid who wants to kill. It wasn't bound to not be messed up. The thing that's interesting is how much life does she need to have? Are we going to get to the point where she gets to college entrance exams, she passes, she's like, you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready for my life to fully begin, and then her head comes off? Maybe. Are we going to end up in a situation, because right now, I believe she's being true. If tomorrow came and she was fully ready to live, I believe she would kill her and eat her. 100%. However, what happens when a monster truly starts caring about her prey beyond just spreading them legs? If that happens, she's probably going to want her to live a full life. Now, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, but the punchline to this story will be one of two things. Well, I guess there's technically a third, but I doubt the third's going to be an option. Well, alright, there's three options of how I see this story ending. Now, I'm not saying season 1, but like the manga, right? One, which is my current, I think, where the author would go, but things could change. Ask me in 3 weeks if I still think this. Number 1, she's like, I like this girl so much, I want her to live a full life, and then I'll eat some decaying stank corpse. Number 2, she kills her, we'll get to a point and it'll actually be, like, messed up and sad. Or 3, which I was thinking is, like, highly unlikely, but I honestly think it might be the second most likely. She'll realize her desire to eat her is so strong that she'll end up having our girl kill Miss Mermaid. Hinako will have to kill Shiori and, to save her own life. That's also a possibility. Either way, though, whatever they do, gonna be a banger. Like, visually, I think this show is unparalleled with visual directing and themes. It's just the more I watch, like, from the beginning, episode 1, her, like, feeling like she's drowning and suffocating as beautiful water imagery's here. You keep tying it together why she's more and more scared of water. The worst part, too, she knows logically she could have heard a voice coming from that plane, but she thinks she heard her family telling her to live. No wonder she hasn't took her own life. If she didn't hear that, I bet she would have. I really do. She's not going to fight back against something. If a car's about to run her over, hands up, I ain't moving. But she's not going to jump in front of a car. This week was definitely the most alive I think she's felt. Crazy thing too at the end, as I'm thinking to myself, hey, wouldn't it be interesting if we got a dark gathering situation where the friend or someone could see the ghoulies? Apparently she can. Now, given how quickly they avoided a lot of bullshit, it's no surprise if they also avoid bullshit with the friend. Now, the friend has a reasonable, she's always been trying to help her, and then she sees her with another girl. And then when she confronts her about it in a very polite way, in a non-accusatory way, she gets told she was in the bath. Understandable, pain there. Miss Mermaid seemingly doesn't want to hurt her because she's her friend, but she can see stuff. I don't know. In a way, I guess, call me crazy. Is this a crackpot theory? Is the reason, Miss Friend can see the monsters, is it because Shiori has accepted her as her friend, so there's like a wavelength connection so she can see stuff? Or did she just always have this ability? I don't know. Either way, this is a 10 out of 10 masterpiece that people be sleeping on. I get to make leg spreading jokes, and that's fantastic, but at the end of the day, this is a insanely well-written masterpiece, and the gays be eating good this year between Summer Hikaru Dai and this, and I ain't complaining. Let me know your thoughts down below. Drop a like, share your support, subscribe if you happen to be new around here in Patrons where you can catch my full live reactions to all this and more. Like, hey, I also like to give video shoutouts to my patrons. So today we got Ashley Hawkham, Corbo, Casper Joel Jensen, George Parra, Carlos D. Lopez, Universal God, and we also have Kevin Wallace. So I appreciate the support. Please take care, and y'all have a good one.